All right, what's going on, everyone? So we're reading Embers Chapter 2, and we got the new Beethoven manga. We got Eden's in the chat. Eden's, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for all the tech help, by the way. I appreciate it. Star of Beethoven, that's what it's called. It is by... I wish they would list the author/artist on the chapters page. Let me see. That's weird. They usually do. Yeah, that's weird. They don't list the artist on Star of Beethoven. That's kind of weird. Anyway, we're going to read Embers. I haven't seen anyone kind of talking about it. I'm not seeing the artist for Star of Beethoven. I know people were talking about this leading up to today, so we'll see whether it's any good. I'm excited to read One Piece. I don't know if we'll get to that today. I definitely want to read Kyoshi with the start of the Black Parade arc, and then we'll go from there. Excuse me, how's everyone doing today? Don't read Eunuch Empire? Okay, fair enough. Star of Beethoven was great. Okay. Josh, how you doing today? Glad to have you in chat as always. Very disappointed in Rokuhira Adventures. I'm not really sure. Is that Jump Plus? Is that I'm not really sure where that is. Am I worried about One Piece spoilers? It is so impossible to avoid One Piece spoilers. What's going on, Justin? Justin, you excited for the Super Bowl? Everybody else? How we feeling about the Super Bowl today if you're a football fan? Are you rooting for the Eagles? Are you rooting for the Chiefs? Are you saying, screw it, it's scripted, I don't care? I'm in the camp of it's scripted, so I'm rooting for the Eagles. But that's the thing, right? Maybe that's what they want me to think. Maybe they scripted it so well that they built the Chiefs up just so they could lose. We'll see. Oh, I'm like, I know I've heard Rokuhira. This week's chapter is lame? What? That's a first? I mean, sometimes there's just like in-between chapters, but a lame chapter? Going for Chiefs for my agenda against one of my friends. Okay, well, if it's for agendas, that's totally respectable. Is this like a sports betting agenda, or is this like, you suck, you don't know what you're talking about agenda? When's the MLS playoffs? That's all I care about. I don't know, no disrespect, but I really don't care about MLS. I'm not a big soccer/football guy to start, but even then I really only care about like World Cup or Premier League. Yeah, I'm going for Chiefs. I'm going to be at a friend's house. It's his birthday, so we're set. Wow, that sounds like a lit party. If I didn't have my own party to go to, I'd say, you know, I'd sauce the fight. Make room for drunk Ouji. Shinobi Undercover is finally getting interesting with the new chapter. Yeah, I need to get on that. I've been on a Jump Plus binge, but I really need to start some of the other Shonen Jump series. Chapter had an amazing panel. Black Clover tier. Wow, that's high praise. The author of Star of Beethoven is by Morihiro Hayashi. The name doesn't sound familiar. He's a Brady fan and hates it when I tell him Mahomes better. So every time Mahomes wins, it gives me bragging rights. Well, here's the thing, right? You're talking to a Patriots fan, a diehard Patriots fan. I've been rooting for the Patriots since they were in the Super Bowl against who was it? The Panthers in 04, 06, something like that. Back in kindergarten. I mean, even if you aren't a Patriots fan, I get the Patriots hate, but Tom Brady is literally, undeniably, objectively the best quarterback of all time. That being said, people do tend to be obnoxious when they talk about Tom Brady, so I can respect Eden's what you're doing. That being said, better watch yourself when you talk about my man Tom Brady. He is a weirdo, and he's kind of a dumbass, but the man's the GOAT. They are new. This is their debut. Okay. I just think it's weird they didn't list the name of that author. Oh, no. See, that's the thing. As long as we're clear about where Tom Brady stands, you can push all the agendas you want. Just remember, back when they used to play in the same games, Tom Brady would crush Mahomes. Blue Box in Jump got so scared by Embers at this week's chapter of Blue Box they played basketball. Yeah, but doesn't the main character of Blue Box play basketball? Or is that the other way around? Did they play basketball in Embers? I use Black Clover tier as a diss, not praise, though. Oh, well, that's where we disagree, because Black Clover has some of the best art in manga. Talking about Egg Ball here, if we're talking about American football, yes. But we're moving on to manga. I just wanted to talk about the Super Bowl for a bit. Lucas says, I liked Chapter 2 more than Chapter 1. Ooh, okay. Still very haiku-ish, but we'll see. On that note, let's go ahead and take a look at Embers, and then we'll look at Beethoven. Blue Box plays soccer, though, too? Yeah, she plays back. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the concern was. Oh, I see. I spoke of Black Clover in writing, not art. Okay. I can kind of understand where you're coming from. All right, anyway. Chapter 2 of Embers. I like the color page. That's a really cool color page. You know, it's simple. It's to the point. But it's really nice. It looks cool. All right, so Chapter 2, Encounters. Losing sucks. Oh, right, we had a time skip. I got beat by that cocky shrimp Takumi. I ain't gonna lose like that again. I swore I'd enroll at the soccer powerhouse Kosei. Which, of course, if you remember, this is where the teacher that got him into soccer, this is where they went to school. And he's chasing after some girl. I'm assuming it's the girl, one of the girls that was in the stands last chapter. I'm guessing her name is Hikage. I'm just trying to give your wallet back. Oh, that's funny. Go to the club room. Trouble is coming down on one of our club mates. So he goes to grab her. He gets stopped by Kaoru Bugai, a midfielder, chasing our club manager around in full sight of everyone. And of course, the wallet he dropped, or the wallet he was trying to return, has been dropped. And they're calling, of course, I already forgot his name, our protagonist. What's the protagonist's name? But they're calling him Bleach Hair? Is that what they're calling him? Bleach blonde. Haitani, that's his name. And he signed up for the club. I refuse to permit it. Our club has no need for stalker thugs. This is a weirdly intense but also comedic chapter. Haitani, thank you. Hope Takumi breaks a leg next arc as punishment. Yeah, I don't know about that one. The longer you've played soccer, the more likely you'll grow bow-legged. Your perfectly straight legs say you started months ago at best. Is that true? Do soccer players really go bow-legged? I feel like that's not true. I've never noticed soccer players being bow-legged. Am I wrong? Am I like totally out of the loop here? Then again, I don't really stare at soccer players' legs, so I wouldn't be sure. This is not a club that newbies can just join for funsies. I think I'm going to have to teach you your place. Really? So it is true. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up later. That's crazy. I've never seen a soccer player and thought that they look bow-legged. That's crazy. So, what was this guy's name? It's Haitani versus Bugai. What did they call this guy? They literally shouted his name. Bugai. Okay, Bugai. So it's Haitani versus Bugai. The rules are simple. Whoever scores first wins. Ouji gonna start staring at soccer players like, well, it's just I'm kind of like surprised. Like I've never looked at you know, the guys on like Man U or you know like Messi or Ronaldo. I've never looked at them and been like, damn, that they're bow-legged. I've never noticed that. It's due to constant instant stopping and change of direction at high speed. Well, yeah, the dribbling, I would imagine. You have to like constantly like pivot, stop, break with your feet, and especially the dribbling too. So I would imagine your hips just kind of like open up your legs. It's just I just it makes perfect sense. I've just never noticed it. I would wonder if hockey players have the same problem, because hockey players especially do a lot of breaking with their feet. Obviously they don't dribble, but they skate and they have to break with their feet even harder than soccer players because they're on skates. So the rules are simple. Whoever scores first wins. Whoever, if blah, blah, blah. If you win, you can join the club. Thank you to Kota for the subscription. Glad to have another member aboard. Okay, so the one girl with the long hair is watching. The short-haired girl that was getting chased, Hikage, has gone missing. In fact, I'll give you an advantage. I won't make any move to score for 5 minutes. But he held his... So Bugai held his own against Takumi, of all people. So Bugai seems to be on tier with Haitani, if not slightly higher. How can I not look at Ronaldo without looking at his calves? The man's got some nice legs. It's just, again, I've looked at the man's legs. I've just never really thought that they looked bow-legged. See, this is what I don't understand. Haitani has been, what was it, a 2-month time skip in between chapter 1 and chapter 2. He's been practicing for 2 months and he hasn't practiced dribbling at all. I feel like that's kind of just stupid. Like, not even funny, like just stupid. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So Bugai goes to score. Haitani runs in front of him? Why dink the ball around when I can just steal it? He's zipping all around with zero regard for standard defensive strategy, keeping Bugai in check. So Hikage jumps in the middle of their soccer game, gets clocked. In short, this all stemmed from your mistake, thus you jumped in to stop what turns out to have been an unjustified contest. I asked around after you guys left, and yeah, that was still no reason to put yourself in harm's way. Still, are you sure letting him join up like that? Even though it was all a big mistake, he was still ready to throw down. You don't usually relent like that. I could hardly ignore Hikage's injury. Besides, after all my boasting, I only managed to break even with him. Which, literally what I said earlier, it seems like they're about even. Haitani must be from South Chicago. Bro thinks this is American football. Yeah. So this chapter sort of cements Haitani's role on the team. He'll be a defender who steals balls. That is his thing. He's a defender. He's not a striker. Of course, you know, somewhat predictably, Haitani and Takumi are being set up to be like the dream team duo, even though they don't like each other. But of course, give it like 2 volumes or 3 volumes, and they'll be like best bro rivals. So I like chapter 2. This chapter wasn't anything crazy. I feel like it was very straightforward with not a ton of focus on the actual soccer. And it seems a bit tropey. So I like the art. The story's okay. We'll see how this goes. I'm interested to read the next chapter, but so far this story seems a little basic, and I'm not quite sure what potential these characters have. I like Haitani, but the other characters I'm not so sure about. So yeah, that was Embers. It's okay so far. Still has potential. I'll let it cook, but I'm not hugely impressed. Hugely impressed so far. Can't wait for the... Yeah. So anyway, now we're going to read Star of Beethoven. Apparently by a brand new mangaka. So it's hype. Embers is okay, but I don't know if it can beat JoJo, Kyoshi, Hime, Ichi, Shinobi, and Sen. Well, more than anything, it's gonna have to keep up with Blue Box. Like, as much as I dislike Blue Box, it is kind of, it was the only sports manga in Jump, and it doesn't seem like it's getting cut anytime soon. So if it can't keep up with Blue Box, then I think Embers is probably going to get cut by like chapter 30, like volume 3, something like that. Anyway, let's read Beethoven. So, Star of Beethoven. Applaud, my friends. The comedy is over. Chapter 1, The Stars and the Clown. Star of Beethoven by Morihiro Hayashi. I'm going to read Kagurabachi, but I want to read this new manga first. Within the tiny universe known as classical music lives the tribe called pianists, who play the instrument called the piano. Hiroko Nakamura from The Savages called pianists. Interesting quote. Who the heck's calling this early in the morning? Good morning to you, Yaso. So our main character is Ichiro Yaso. We're upperclassmen and lowerclassmen, that's it. Oh, come on, you're no fun. Here I am trying to breathe a little life into your squandered summer vacation. There was that composition I requested you play for me. Yeah, my bad. Thing is, I don't play piano anymore. I can't play. Sorry. Couldn't this have waited? It's the middle of summer vacation. What's today's day and date? It's August 32nd. What? I'm giving myself a summer extension break. Hey there, are you out of chilled ramen noodles? The real question is, why aren't you at school? Oh, just cutting class. Well, he can't skip school. Okay, so he's on a first name basis with the convenience store owner. You're aware the door chime's been ringing like crazy, right? Probably some delinquents hanging around outside. And then this crazy looking guy steps into the store. My morning was reading Kagurabachi, Sakamoto Days, and Martial King. I'm an easy sell on Shonen fight manga. What did you think of Martial King? I'm curious. I think this could be a better version of P6, but that will vary. P6 was very good. I actually really liked P6, so this manga has big shoes to fill. I'm not even on the clock right now. Okay, so presumably Yaso has a job at this convenience store. A foreigner with a real strange vibe, like he's somehow noble or something. and he's speaking German. You speak German? What a studious young lad from the Orient. Yeah, I guess Beethoven would say that if this is Beethoven. We must commemorate this momentous day. Escort me to a Gusteau at once so that you may treat me to a glass of wine. Who do you think you are? I'm not the one who's rude. You can't just touch people. My name is none other than Ludwig von Beethoven. Ironically, Yasso, what was his name? Yasso is supposed to be really good at piano or supposed to play piano, and he has no idea who Beethoven is. Call the cops, this guy's deranged. Are you so ignorant as to not even recognize my name? Oh, I know who Beethoven is. So Yasuo's trying to figure out what this guy's deal is, because he naturally is like, there's no way this guy is Beethoven. I'm getting the distinct impression that we are not in Vienna. The people, the culture, the technology, they all appear so foreign. You're saying that I didn't recover, but I was reborn. I wish to see a piano of this modern era. Now to behold the piano of the future. It's just a piano. They haven't changed much in 288 keys, 7 octaves. There can be no doubt that I am in the future. Have pianos really upgraded that much? I wish I had learned piano as a kid. It's such a good skill to have. Even if you're not crazy about music, it's such a good skill to have, and it's so applicable to like everything, basically. I have resolved to focus still more on composing for the piano fortissimo going forward. Even if only a few understand my work, I shall be satisfied. There is no doubt in my mind that so far as methods of playing are concerned, the pianoforte remains the least studied and developed of all instruments. And now this girl shows up, and her name is Cahuine. Cahuine. Girls from an elite music academy, Rairo Academy. Since that day, I haven't played once. I know what the piano means to you. Can you really abandon it so easily? It's not my business, but you're not walking away. You're not walking away from me. Sit and play. You played at that competition. You played Beethoven. You played his Fifth Symphony. Excuse me. I don't play the piano anymore. I can't play the piano. I've missed 2 years. That's like 700 days. There's no coming back from that. I failed in a major competition and haven't been able to play the piano since. Now they're asking me to play Beethoven's Fifth, the Fate Symphony. To a man who lost his hearing and then his health, your concerns are trivial. Never mind your feeble excuses. Are you familiar with the law of universal gravitation, atoms pulling atoms, law of attraction? Okay, so Beethoven is now Tony Robbins, evidently. Yeah, I'm not going to be honest. I'm not crazy about Star of Beethoven. The art is okay. I'm not really interested in the characters. I feel like it relies a lot on the whole Beethoven thing, and I feel like Beethoven as a character is only interesting if you have the context of knowing about Beethoven. Educate yourself must be American. I'm not really sure what you mean. Anyway, Star of Beethoven, I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. It's okay. It's nothing great. I'll let it cook. I'm not really interested in reading any more of it for now. I hope it does well, but I'm not expecting much from this. Blitzdrake, you can, I'm going to read what I want to read. You don't really get to tell me what I'm going to read. So you can either learn some manners or I can kick you out of the stream. Actually, as a matter of fact, let's put Blitzdrake on timeout. Anyway, I am, as you can probably tell from my lack of commentary, I'm very underwhelmed by Star of Beethoven. So let's read something with a little more action. Kagurabachi. So chapter 67. So we have what's his name that Chihiro fought in the theater, and then Toto, the weird girl with the turtleneck. So they're in the hotel and they have to fight all of these John Wick assassin hotel staff. Chapter 67, Kyoto Bloodshed Hotel. This really is like the opening to John Wick 4. It was about the whole technology thing, let me say. I didn't think the word technology was a thing back in 1700s, let alone that word. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the whole Beethoven character in that manga. It seems... it just seems weird to me. I like it a lot. I mean, easy sell on Westerns and Boichi. Kagurabachi is in the John Wick universe in my head canon. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if John Wick could use magic, then I would have to agree. Man, what's his name? Hokazono has such an obsession with one sword style right now. Yojiro Sengoku, general manager. The art of the sword that has been passed down with this hotel, I am its history. Prepare to be swallowed alive by 150 years of history. I'd rather you guys all come at me at once. And he cut the general manager's arm off. He took a totally unorthodox path. I couldn't even read it. You're also pig-headed. Why do I have to be someone's disciple? I'm a student of freedom. Kind of edgy. Chihiro is now watching over Mr. Samura's daughter. How are you feeling? I'm here to guard you. Were you here all night? You seem totally used to this stuff, Chihiro. We're the same age, right? Yeah, what about school? I've never gone. So all this time, you've been enmeshed. That seems like an awfully big word for a high school student. Enmeshed. Before I fell asleep, I remembered something. If I go back to my original self, I can't live the life I have now. I won't be able to go to school again. It's one or the other. My father's Kunishige Rokuhira. He and your father, Seichi Samura, were great friends. We're children of the war heroes. Our circumstances are kind of similar. So I had this idea that it's better to live with the truth even if it hurts, but that was arrogant of me. So an assassin attacks Miss Samura, the daughter's room. Ooh, nice panel on page 14 of chapter 67. That is dope. Honestly, that's a wallpaper right there. Screenshot that, put that on your iPhone. That's sick. Absolutely murks like half a dozen mercenaries. These guys weren't elite fighters. There's probably more on the way. Let's get to the roof. Aren't you afraid of killing people? No, I'm not scared. That's why I'm not like you. This is the only life I have now. I want to go back to school. Yeah, that seems like the obvious choice. Oh, that is graphic. that is a graphic end to this chapter. Yo, Chihiro, I'm ready for you. Don't worry, I promise to get you back. Damn, they're really building up this rivalry between Mr. Whitehair and Chihiro. This was a decent chapter. It did a nice job of building up what's his name. And we got some nice banter between Chihiro and Mr. Samura's daughter. So it's like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 chapter. Nothing crazy. So before I close out the stream, I want to read Ichi the Witch. We'll close out on Ichi the Witch. Excuse me. So chapter 21 of Ichi the Witch, How We Live. Should he acquire the world hater magic coming from the leader of the witches, Ichi the Witch will die? That is not the prophecy we heard before. Maybe it's because Ichi the Witch finally encountered the world hater, but this prophecy came to me just yesterday. Surely one human dies and everyone else is saved, right? No biggie. You humans are so picky. This topic is hereby classified. Only the 4 of us present may know. Speak of it to no one, except Ichi the Witch. He is to be informed as soon as he wakes. Understood, Descarus? So now Descarus is hanging out at the bar. She's got her hair back. You're hitting that bottle quite hard for you. Now we got Togais. Until someone corrects me. That's how I'm going to say that from now on. Togais. Don't need you to baby me, Miss Busybody Ice. My name is Togais. Are you that drunk already? Hey, alcohol's for getting drunk. That's why you're here, right? That's not totally true, although she is technically correct. One needs to be drunk to handle all of this nonsense. Because that mushroom is running amok in my magic circle. After all that effort I went to collecting only the most elegant magics, ensuring it stayed dignified and orderly. Not for nothing, but Togais was the one who made a big deal about the contest to capture the mushroom, and now she's complaining that she has the mushroom. While I'm on the topic, the Hisame magic was supposed to be mine. I was about to go out to acquire it, but you had to waltz in and steal it. You snooze, you lose. I like the banter between Togais and Descarus. They kind of have like a Satoru and Gojo sort of thing. Or I guess a better example might be Kakashi and Guy. I feel like that might be a good one. I don't know. At the end of the day, you won the bet fair and square. You know what we saw. I'm not so imprudent that I'd insist on pushing my opinion now. Surely he was born under a special star, and that is precisely why I'm concerned about you. I worry that the more you spend time near him, the more he'll come to remind you of Libro. Oh no! She had a little brother that she lost? My baby brother's so dumb. And then he melts away and dies. Oh no. I mean, this is great. We're getting Descarus character depth. But also, no. I'm well aware that you want to stop the world hater more than anyone. Okay, so apparently the world hater must have killed Libro. Little bro. That's when I start calling him Libro. New name. Little bro. But you're a kind person. Much too kind. If being around him gets too hard, I'll swap places with you anytime. Des. So they call each other Des and Chick. Huh. Interesting. So, Ichi and Kumagi are playing cards. That's kind of funny. You're sharing food. Are you too sick to eat? That's funny. That stuff about how if you acquire the magic, you'll save the world, but you'll die. You know, the prophecy. Are you sure? Like, are you really sure? I don't mind. Aren't you afraid of dying? You bet. I don't want to die. Heck, I'm only alive now because I refused to die before. I don't know what it is, but I just can't seem to wrap my mind around the future. For so long, I hunted and hunted, desperately trying to survive just for that day. Now, no matter how hard I think, it's all I can do to hunt and live for today. That's the only way I know how to live. Ichi, I want you to be my family. Wow, what a dramatic end to today's chapter. That is really good. Chapter of the week, besides potentially One Piece, is looking like Ichi the Witch. Very emotional chapter, and very much leaned into Descarus. So loving every second of it, and I can't wait for the next arc or the upcoming arc of Ichi the Witch. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's stream. Thank you, everyone. We got a hint a couple of chapters ago that world hater destroyed her hometown, if I remember correctly. I think so, but I don't remember for sure. But I'll have to go back and look. Anyway, as of now, having not read One Piece or Kyoshi, it's looking like Ichi is chapter of the week. Excuse me one second. Anyway, that is going to be it for today's stream. I might cancel tomorrow's stream. We'll see. Either that or I'll push it to Tuesday. But we'll definitely stream Thursday. Thursday will be some sort of Dr. Stone stream. If we stream... I probably won't cancel the stream. I might just move it. But the next stream this week will be a Radiant stream. After the stream last week, I read a ton of Radiant. I'm on volume 5 or 6 right now, and it's like one of my new favorite manga. Like low-key already in like, you know, my top 50 or my top 30 or whatever. So we will definitely do another Radiant stream. Other than that, look out for at least 2 videos this week. Besides that, thanks everybody, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Peace.